Hey guys, and how's it going? Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time here. Getting close to wrapping up on this Honda Trail 70 that I grabbed last summer. That needed a bunch of love. This is probably video number 6, and there's 5 more before this. It's on a playlist on the channel if you have any questions about where we got to. But we are going to continue on and see if we can make it in 1 or 2 more videos finishing this thing up. We left off, we did tires, wheels, that kind of thing, and bending of some metal that was out of alignment. If you look at the back of the bike, you can still see this license plate bracket is racked on an angle. I was thinking it was a bit of the frame head. We did some twisting on that last time. That looks actually fairly square, and I think it's just in the fender mount and that rear plate. So we're going to jump in, get some leverage on that thing, and start bending in her back. When we get set up, we'll get into it. So a smaller bar did the trick. We're able to get it with that. The upper bracket right here and right here, if you look at it, they're just kind of not following the same path. Maybe the best way to put it. I'm going to leave probably that alone. Let me grab it here a little bit and kind of give it a little bit of a tweak out. But I think once the taillight's on there, you're really not even going to notice that anyway, and I want to move on. So, not for any particular reason other than instant gratification, I have a new seat cover, and I would like to make that look like something presentable, just to make me feel good. So let's get into trying to rebuild that seat, shall we? So a quick look at it. It looks like it's just got tabs kind of bent over around the back, and then coming through the sides are these clips, little one-way clips. I don't know how we're going to go about getting them off of there. I have to cut them off, but they attach to a chrome strip on the outside of it. So I'm going to go underneath the magnifying glass and see if I can work those. First I got to bend the tips up, see if they'll survive that part of it first, and then work about getting those clips out of there. Let's go try one, see if we can bend it up. Not sure what they're made out of, you know. They're aluminum, they're going to be super soft, and aluminum does not like being fondled that well. It seemed to do its thing. I wonder if we can get in there. I wonder if we can get in there with a pick and work those little tabs up. And see if this will work for us. Better if the pick is angled the other way. You might be better off just cutting them. Yeah. That one will stay out of the way. I think if we get 2 of them bent far enough, should be enough room, right? One more. All right. You got it. So I'm going to go repeat that a bunch of times so you can get them off to each side. Get the 3 out of this side. Should work out pretty good. Go all the way around. I don't know if anything's holding the back side on. No. There's 3 on the other side. Alright. I only stabbed myself once. Let's see if we can get that out of there. Looks like we can slide them around to wherever we need. Hopefully that new cover has markings. Well, next is going to be getting all these guys to stand up. I don't know if these are going to be the best solution for me or not. I just try to get maybe a screwdriver that's bent on an angle. Just tap it with a hammer underneath it. You think? Because they're so flat I can't get underneath them. There it goes, there's one. So I'm going to do that all the way around and get those out. Just needed a bigger pick, that's all. Get this big sucker underneath there. Standing right up. Just like that. Had to go for the Band-Aid. It should be good enough to get this thing off of here. I'm gonna stab myself again. You did it again. There's one I forgot. And another one. What is that? There's a little squares from down below with the foam. Over there. Kind of shape the pans, and I think generally they have an issue with rusting. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna save it. I was hoping to section it in for another one, but you know what? I think we're gonna go write it off. I'm gonna go work on peeling that crap off. I'll bring you back to see what we got for a pan. So I was peeling that off by hand, but it's really, like in a lot of areas, it just, you gotta work it. Let's go try a wire wheel and see if that'll. I think that'll be the trick. Yeah, I make quick work of it. I do see cracking here, here. On the side there, it looks like it was probably one of these V's and it just got tore out. So I'm gonna go throw that in the sandblast cabinet, clean that up some, see what we got, then we can weld it, paint it, and start reassembling. It's okay and hit it with the sandblast. I didn't go crazy, but knocked off most of the heavy stuff. I just want to get to where the welds are. But got it mounted up on the seat. The only thing is, it's not latching to where that goes. And that is all the way forward. Not that we can't fudge that, but I'm trying to figure out what got bent where. That would have caused it to do that. So most of the time you're going to be hammering down on the seat. If I straighten that up, it's just that it's so close to the taillight as it is now that if we, you know, try to bring the center up, what do you want to do? This rib looks like it stayed pretty flat. I don't have anything to compare it to neither, unfortunately. The other thing is too, the wavy on the sides too. I wouldn't think that that's supposed to be like that. So I'm gonna go take a little bit of time. We'll just tap around and get some of these edges straight, hit it with a welder, and maybe we'll, actually that looks like it's bent, doesn't it? We'll just hit it with a hammer until it works. I'll let you see what it does after we beat on it. You can need more adjusting. Like it almost wants to lock in. I think maybe I don't know if it just isn't going down far enough. I think we're close enough that we can screw around with it once the pad is on. What do you think? It just needs to be manhandled just a little more. It's kind of bent down a little, and my latch isn't getting it. See if that works. Why do I hit it with a torch? This helps dry it, and if my heat gun broke. So it just dries it really fast. Just want to make sure you keep moving. And second coat, I'm just going to hit it heavier. Well, I've never done one of these before. That's never stopped me. Because after I do this one, I will have done one of these before. Here's the cover. Seems like it fits the pan pretty good. Let's give ourselves a little preliminary fit. See if we're even close. I'm probably going to do the front and rear first. Actually, that has to flip over, doesn't it? On the center of it. That doesn't, yeah, maybe. It's in the middle. It's kind of weird, don't it? I don't think that beading is very... I don't know if we got something to go from the other side of the pan. That hook, I just don't know if we're calling that the middle. I guess so. It looks like it's got to go just that way. It's the hair. I would call that the middle. We start with that one. I think the N is the dead center. Get you in the shot. Let's see. Why does that feel like it's... Feels like it's a little too much. Let's for now poke it through right there to have a feeling. Probably like that. Probably should have heated the cover up too, huh? Yeah, I guess we'll just start working the sides. Just trying to wonder what we should use for the seam though. Do you want to use it where that is? Let's just bend it over all the way first. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? I know I'm forgetting. It was a bead I didn't show you. There's a metal bead that goes on here. That's why it's so far in. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, well, that sharp edge's really going to cut into the seat. And I said, oh yeah, I forgot that. It's just a piece of plastic, like C-channel, that goes over it. Let me get that back off of there and get that mounted. And you're right back to where we were. Let's work on one side at a time. Actually, that's probably not a good idea either, is it? Go with like 2 there. I think that might be okay. I think if like this will tuck down as we pull on that front. Too bad it wasn't a nice hot sunny day. Putting it out in the sun probably wouldn't hurt either, but I'm gonna keep working that all the way around so I don't feel rushed on camera. Some of you guys get a little pushy, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work around. I'm probably gonna skip from side to side and try bringing it all even and see how it works out. I didn't bend any of the tabs down, but I pretty much just caught each one of them. I can take that for a win, I guess. I don't know if that's the foam not laying correctly. I did car seats once, and one of the tricks that was told to me is go get dry cleaner bags that you get your clothes in, put it over the foam, and then the seat will slide over it real nice. I think we're fine. Get a little tappy tap hammer and bend all those tabs down. I'd say that looks good enough for me. I got them tapped over. A little time in the sun should do it good. It's a little bunchy in areas. But there's no clips to do anything about that. But we still have this little piece of trim that still needs to go on. So I gotta go find where those holes are and kind of peel back, and I'm probably gonna come with a drill bit or an awl and just kind of open those up so we can get these poked through. Do that to all of them. Yeah, see what we made out. It could use an extra like tab bent out on the sides there for this little bit of bushiness, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think once it's in place, it should be fine. Trim looks pretty good going around. Yeah, a couple days in the hot sun, you should just be just fine. Let's go throw it up on a bike, see what it looks like. I'm not going to bolt it on yet because we want to do some wiring, but I just wanted. Oh yeah. That cleans things up a bit, huh? Honda's actually almost in the center. Almost. Yeah, we got something going on back there that we're missing. Actually, the front of the seat's not bolted in either. That doesn't help much. Nice. So it's like the next day, and I decided to start getting onto the lights. Grabbed the new taillight that I ordered on eBay. And of course, it is the wrong size. We could use it if we wanted to, but I think we're going to go try using the one that is on the parts bike over there. I know it's got a cracked lens, but it's more the correct one. And you can see the size difference between that one and that one. Too bad that's got a cracked lens. That's really the only issue that's with it. You know, somebody had fun with that bike when they get mud up inside the taillight too. I'm gonna go take some time, clean that up, pop that socket out of there. We'll see what we have for corrosion. It should be 6 volt too. Yeah, we gotta work on that two-handed so they don't break it. Took that light apart, took the bulb out, and the bulb was no good. But one thing I wanted to show you, I went to go to the other light when I just bought the cheaper one. Well, it wasn't that cheap. To go steal the 6 volt bulb out of that, and when I did, here's the 2 pads. So both of these are hot leads, and the outside of it is ground for the bulb. And if you look, you see the little metal strands of wire. First they're just floating, but it's physically actually touching the ground side of things. And you say, well, the bulb would push it in further, not do that. Nope, it's the same all the way down. It was literally grounding out. I went under the magnifying glass and it's actually touching the sidewall. Quality, I tell you. We'll go stick with putting the old stuff in it. So this has chrome to get cleaned up just like the rest of the bike did, and I used 4-0 steel wool. And a lot of guys in the comments wrote use aluminum foil in warm water, I think one of them might have been vinegar, Coke, that kind of thing. I've done it a long time ago in the past. We're gonna go do it now, but my opinion is this kind of needs to be prepped and cleaned before you go over the rust and clean it. But we're gonna go try it, see what happens, see if we like it, and we'll go from there. And how well pouring, how you gonna get Coke to stay until you get it maybe moving around a little bit. Let's form it. And the idea is that the aluminum fills into little pits, which, you know, makes sense. And aesthetically, it just makes it look better. Let's see how good it does without cleaning it up. First. Wipe that off. I see shiny. Yeah, it's about what I expected. I'm gonna go and take a wire wheel to it now, and we'll clean some of this up. Maybe try it one more time. But yeah, hey, when the pitting is this bad, where the chrome is just literally missing, it's hard to, you know, get anything out of it. Essentially, you take it with a wire wheel, you're getting the rusty area, you get down to shiny metal, not chrome, but it looks better because it's shiny metal. Came back over, get some more. Let's be liberal. Liberal? Liberal? A lot of? Generous? Alright, that's what we're going with. I'll leave it up to your discretion. See how you feel. So I did the whole thing. And I would say it's probably about the same as if I would have done it with the light steel wool. I think the application would be much better if it was done on something less pitted, as this less, you know, where it's kind of rotted. We just have a fine bit of damage to the chrome, but I think this is just so far gone that, like I said, it just looks better because you're down the shiny metal, and it kind of looks closer to the chrome part of it than it is filling in the little bits and pieces. I don't really see that happening. I don't know if the camera's in focus or not. Alright, no screwing around. Let's get it on the bike. So I went to the back stash. I thought I had other light lenses, and I had that one. I thought it was going to be it, but no. Close. The other one, the one that's a piece of crap, is the correct one for, I think, a later bike, because I looked at the 74 that's out back, or 70 rather, with a 4-speed. It's a CT70 with a 4-speed, and it has a smaller light lens on it, so we'll save that for that bike. We'll go with that. I'd also like to say that the 2 rubber bushings that were on the side of it were beat, and I needed to replace them. So I came up with the grommet set and just put a couple of grommets in there. It's to give a little bit of dampening to that lens, or isolation to that rear taillight lens. But what I really did when I was cleaning the screws off with the wire wheel, I launched it across the room and couldn't find it, so I had to end up going with those. On the last video, some of you guys were commenting, you know, we had the conversation about cotter pins, and you guys call them split pins and something else. Of course, I'm going to forget again. But in the USA, we call them cotter pins. Kind of weird how different English language, but it's meant for different things in different places. Like tires, you guys spell tires different than we do. We are T-I-R-E-S, and I guess you guys do T-Y-R-E-S. Does that matter? Too much information. All right, let me finish putting this together. It's always the little things that kick your ass. And this one's no different. So I'm bolting it together. I think everything's okay. One bolt's in one side, and it is a different width than it is on this bike. Of course it is. So we are going to take the whole bracket off the other one, I think, and put it over here. One way or another, I will get it together. It's a matter of principle right now. So I'll try it again. I won't do it on camera, but I'll do the aluminum foil and clean up. It's got a bunch of battery acid damage on it right here, so that's going to be what it is. I was trying to stay away from using this one, but if it gets us to where we need to go, I'm all for it now. Well, that thoroughly kicked my ass. But I win. It's even level too. Screw with the back of the bike. Little bend in the plate, but the plate's going to cover that. Not too concerned. I kind of wanted to keep the original sticker from where it was from, you know. That one is House of Power and something Hack, New York. Warwick, probably Warwick, New York. And this is Middletown, Honda. Oh well. That's how she's gonna look. That's an improvement. And getting into the battery situation, another bump in the road. Can you see the problem? And a slight bit of difference in size. Both 6-volt batteries, both the same family, just a different size. 6 and 5. And I think this is a 2. Yeah. Didn't catch that. Just went and ordered a 6-volt battery for a Honda CT70, and that's what I got. But the difference is this is without directionals, this is with directionals, I think, because the later bikes that have directionals have a larger, well, here's the other half of the story. So with that, the cage is too small to put a battery in because that's not going to fit in there. But I went and temporarily acquired one off of another bike that will fit in. So hopefully that will drop down in there. We can attach the rectifier to the side of this. Order another battery that's correct for this bike, because that won't go to waste, because the one I stole the cage out of is probably the next bike to get worked on, and we'll just have the battery already ready for it. And looking for what's left of the wiring up top. So there's a 4-way plug, and originally went to the battery. The blue here, that blue was ground, and the red, of course, is hot. You can see both of them look like they've had their fair share of old age. And then there's 2 black ones that go up to that plug, but the 2 black ones go up. Looks like it made a factory curve right back down on itself and then back in, but those are chewed up down further. So I'm kind of think we just get rid of this plug altogether. I say we splice those together, solder them up, continue that path because it's a dud anyhow, and we'll just pull the ground and the hot right off of this, and then we'll make, I don't know, maybe connectors knot for the battery right on those. Got the soldering tools and did just that. I jumped that wire, put some shrink wrap tubing on it, soldered it, put on the battery a couple of half of the self-protecting connectors. I'll tape up the rest of them, but we're going to leave that open now just for testing purposes. That fits in there pretty good. I am still going to order the right battery though, because I don't want to take stuff away from another bike, you know. But for the sake of moving on, and the cover goes right back on. That should be fine, actually. Looks like it fits either one. What do you think? Headlight? Ooh. She's got some issues happening up here. So, the ears are kind of bent up. I don't know if they just went in with no spacer or something was bridged in between there. Again, you know, looking at that hardware, that's just whatever from whatever. Maybe we should probably look at the other bike. Is it? Yeah, it's got a headlight on it. Let's go look at that one. Yeah, this one is in much better shape, but that's pretty much what it looks like. This one looks like it's got some support brackets behind it more than just the tin on the outside. It's 2 pieces, it's got inner and outer. I don't think that one had that though. Yeah, that just has the outer shell. I don't know, I think we should take the straps off. Maybe take the bucket right out of there for now, clean it up. I should probably do the speedo while we're at it. Yeah, let's just get this. How many wires are going to open up? How much of a mess I'm going to create? Alright, I'm going to ponder. And while I'm pondering, how about I turn the key on? Alright, we got tail light. I wonder if we have brake light. Let's go see. Brake light switch is right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright guys, after pondering, I decided to pretty much go wrap this video up for here, because the amount of work that's going to take to get it done is just going to be too long for this one. And I want to do a finish up and then take it for a ride. And the weather is horrible outside. We got just on the verge of snow and nor'easter kind of thing coming through, or welcome to spring storm, I guess. But I am happy with as far as we got. Well, actually I would have been more happy if we got further, but hey, let's go throw the seat on it just for the last aesthetics of it, to make me feel good. Watch something not clear. put it on, it doesn't clear the battery. It's a special seat for that battery box. Alright. I think she's getting pretty good. Definitely an improvement from the toilet that it was, huh? Actually, no, I'm going to throw the screws in that seat. I can bolt that on now. Now that I know my brake and taillight works, there's really nothing I have to go to the back for. Right? Oh, yeah. Alright guys, with that, I'm going to go sign off. And hopefully just have one more on this and we get to run this thing and see how she does. And then I have a feeling we'll be into that motor at some point. But at least we get the whole chassis all done, ready to go. Even if there's a problem with the engine, we could swap that out. But the bike is, you know, restored for the most part. Alright guys, that's it. I'm babbling. I want to thank all you for kind of hanging out in the garage with me and working on a little rusty junk. We almost got her. Alright, see you guys later. Did you really think I'd leave you hanging? Come on now. How many? I gotta do it from the side. One? I'm gonna go with one. It might be in gear. There you go. Does that count as one? Donut in the front's leaking a little. Don't die. Tighten up the exhaust. And it doesn't smoke anymore.